Good morning, children. Today I will start chapter 3, Electrochemistry, class 12. Children, at very first we have to discuss what is electrochemistry. Electrochemistry is a branch of chemistry which deals with the study of production of electricity from energy released during chemical reaction. Means electrochemistry is the branch of study of electricity produced by chemical reactions. Means in this chapter we will study how chemical energy converted into electrical energy. So this branch of chemistry has great importance for the production of metals like sodium, magnesium, calcium, aluminum. Likewise, these metals are produced or separated by the process of electrolysis using electrochemistry, and galvanization, electroplating. These are also the devices related to electrochemistry. Purification of metals up to 99.9% or extra pure up to 100% are also the part of electrochemistry. Even a very important discussion we are going among you children, that is batteries and cells production. We will study in this chapter how we produce different type of cells and batteries, and what a great importance of these cells and batteries you have in your daily life. In every gadgets, either in mobile, in your wristwatch, in toys, every article needs a battery, and these small batteries, good batteries, cells are produced by the study of electrochemistry. Children, you know it correctly. So how we have to start discuss this chapter? Branch of chemistry which deals with the study of production of electricity from energy released during chemical reaction. This is the definition and importance. The importance of electrochemistry at this branch has great importance in the production of metals like sodium, magnesium, calcium, aluminum, electroplating or galvanization, purification of metals, batteries, cells, etc. Means this chapter is very important in our daily life. Children, we start with the topic that is conductors. Already you have been studied in the first chapter, solid state. I have given the discussion of the conductors. So the substances that allow electric current to pass through them are considered to be conductors. And how many type of conductors you have gone through? Least two types: metallic conductors and electrolytic conductors. So at very first, define conductors means the substances that allow electric current to pass through them are conductors. These are divided for convenience of study in two parts: metallic conductors and electrolytic conductors. Firstly, we have to go through the metallic conductors. Children, you see here, means metallic conductors are electronic conductors. Means these substances allow the electric current to pass through them by the movement of electrons. Means in metallic conductors or electronic conductors, how electricity will conduct? With the movement of electrons. It is okay. So metallic conductors are electronic conductors, and they allow electric current to pass through them by the movement of electrons. Very common example: metals, all type of metals, especially silver, copper, aluminum. These are the very good conducting metals. Even gold too, but gold is very precious metal, so this is not used. Mainly copper, aluminum have great importance of use of metallic conductors or electronic conductors. Now the next topic, that is electrolytic conductor. Children, you know, these electronic conductors allow the electric current to pass through in fused state, means molten state. When they heated strongly get molten, means in fused state or in aqueous solution. It is okay. Aqueous solution of acid, bases and salts are considered to be electrolytic conductor. Even you know NaCl. NaCl is a ionic crystalline solid. Okay. So when it get heated up to the molten state, and when NaCl get fused, then it is able to conduct the electricity. And when there is aqueous solution of NaCl, easily it will conduct electricity. So ultimately electrolytic conductors, acids, aqueous solution of acids, bases and salts considered electrolytic conductor, and all the metal considered to be metallic or electronic conductors. It is okay. Now children, you go through another topic, that is electrolytes. There are two types of electrolytes, a strong electrolyte and weak electrolyte. Children, you see here, a strong electrolytes completely dissociates or ionizes into ions, right? When they get dissolved in water, they either completely dissociate or making their ions 100%. So consider to be a strong electrolyte. Suppose HCl. HCl is a strong acid. When get dissolved in water, it dissociates 100%. NaOH when dissolved in water get dissociated 100%. So these are considered to be strong electrolytes. And likewise weak electrolytes. These are the substances which ionizes or dissociates partially. Means suppose acetic acid and ammonium hydroxide, when these substances get dissolved in water, they dissociates or ionizes partly in very less amount, maybe 30%, 40%. So these are considered to be the weak electrolytes. So children, in this topic I have given a discussion, initiation of discussion, the definition of electrochemistry, importance of electrochemistry, conductors, metallic conductors, so-called electronic conductor, and electrolytic conductor. These conductors already we have been studied in solid state, but for revision for the topic we have to discuss here. Now strong electrolyte and weak electrolyte, rest of the topic we will discuss tomorrow. Thank you. Have a nice day.